Hi, welcome to my knitting channel, Knitting Latvian. My name is Ingrīda and I'm from Latvia, Riga. I live here and this is a place where I share my knits, like my finished objects, my purchases and my current whips, or even my knitting fails. This is the first video of 2024. Yay! How have you been? How is your New Year's this far? What about your resolutions or goals for this new year? Have you already started any? My year has started, I think, pretty powerfully. I feel that I have more energy than than during the last year, and so not only that I follow my knitting goals, but I have started to move more. I tried skiing, cross country skiing. Uh, for some reason, I thought I wouldn't like it because when I was a teenager, I tried it, and that that event didn't came out that good for me. So I was afraid to try it again, but for a couple of reasons I decided to try this year, because half of my family does it regularly in the evenings, and this skiing place is really close to my house, only like a 10-minute walk away. We have a park and there's a skiing circle. Yeah, I really like the experience with it, and I advise others to maybe step over your fears about trying something again. Maybe after 10-15 years have passed, uh, it changes. Yeah, and maybe you will enjoy it also. Yeah, that's it. That was in my case with the skiing. That is about January. Yeah, now I will share January knits and whips. They are quite fine. They're quite a lot actually. Yeah, this is the pile I will be telling you about. Then let's start at the most, the first one. It's on the top. Yeah. Um, at last, I have finished my husband's gift. This beautiful sweater for him. It's a drop shoulder sweater with a 2x2 broken rib stitch. Looks like this. And it suits him perfectly. I'm very proud of this. I used local Latvian wool from Limba 3-ply wool, and knitted up with the 4mm needles. This sweater was inspired by Storm sweater by Petite Knit. I had made myself already 2 of those, but the stitch, this is inspired because one of the parts of it is the stitches from that sweater, but I continued with the stitch throughout the body. I adjusted the stitch count to have this pattern, and at the ends of the arms and the body I have 2x2 ribbing and a simple cast off. yeah, the yarn blocked out perfectly. It lays pretty, even though the stitch is textured, the sweater blocked out pretty flat, and yeah, it's. I'm really proud of this. Yeah, and my husband wears it a lot, even though he doesn't get cold that easy like me. He still wears it because it's pretty. The sweater came out pretty thin. The fabric is pretty thin, but still warms up when you need it. Next thing that I have is a hairband, like this. And the hairband is the last thing that we had to knit for knit along. That one of Latvian knitters made is as an advent knit along. Yeah, it's double folded. And on top of this, it has this rice or pearl stitch, pearly stitch like that. Yeah, rice or yeah, moss stitch maybe. Yeah, one knit, one pearl, and yeah, you alternate that on top of each other. What yarn I used, I had some leftovers with the 2-ply wool, and for the outside of the hairband I double stranded it with a brushed alpaca by Drops. Yeah, but because I didn't have enough, I on the inside part I didn't double strand it. Yeah, but it's still soft. Yeah, so it came out like this. I'll put this on, and it's yeah. And I have skied in it. Yeah, right now it's not that cold outside. It's around 0 degrees Celsius. Some days that's in the pluses. Some days it's in the minuses. So when you ski and move and you sweat, this is pretty convenient for that. Yeah, so my ears don't get cold, but I don't drown in a hat. Yeah, this is my second finished object. Next thing that I have is a scarf. A beautiful scarf. It's a new pattern from Paula Strict, her Berlin scarf. The yarn and the pattern was a gift from my husband for Christmas. So as soon as I got it, I casted it on and made it. Yeah. The scarf by itself, it's very long. It's supposed to be 2 meters long, and because it's knitted in a round in a tube, it's double folded. Yeah, in the width it's around 25 centimeters. After I washed it and blocked it and weared it, yeah, it stretched it out a little bit, and at the ends, these are very beautiful. The ends of the scarf, yeah, and they look a little bit like little fingers, yeah. And yeah, so you start with the provisional cast on and make a tube, and continue until the length is enough. Yeah, so much, and then you make these fringes. Yeah, individually I the pattern says that you have to do them double knitting, but I changed it to be more easier. I made like it an I cord, yeah, and because every fringe is knitted separately after that, yeah. So it was easier and I think quicker to make it in a I cord. Yeah. So what the material I used for this was Drops brushed alpaca silk in color beige, and I wear this almost every day when it's cold outside. It goes perfectly with my winter coat, and I'm really and I like how I can wrap it up in different ways, and it's soft to the touch and near the face. It's really enjoyable. So thank you my husband for this gift. Yeah. So, and additionally to that, because I have this beautiful scarf now, I have my winter coat. It's like a cream or beige color. I bought also boots in similar color, and I had to have a hat. So I bought the perfect color to combine to complement the outfit that I have, and I made a weekend hat patterned by Petite Knit. For this I used one skein of Alize Lana Gold classic yarn, which is like half acrylic, half wool. I used 3.5mm needles. The only thing I didn't make was the creases on the fold, because on one of the other hats I did it, and maybe it's because it's a merino. It was a merino. The fold somehow, when it was blocked, it held its shape perfectly, but when I was wearing it, the fold dropped down, and it looked like not that pretty in my opinion. So for this I didn't use it. The material is a little bit more flimsier than other. This merino, maybe what I used, it's more flimsier, but it's very the hat came out very comfortable. I make it double folded. It's warm, perfect. So next, what I have is a pair of socks. In the last podcast, this yarn was in my acquisitions. Now the socks are done. Socks are made with 3.5mm needles in 2x2 ribbing, and with a short row or boomerang heel. The yarn I used, it's called Merino DK by King Cole. It's a Turkish wool. Merino, 100 meters for 50 grams. In this colorful tweed. Yeah. It was very pretty in a yarn ball, and the socks, from afar they look gray, but when you come closer, you can see the different speckle bits, and I really like that. It reminds me of candy. Yeah, these are for myself. I didn't put them on sock blockers after I washed them, but either way they're going on my foot after that, and I'm gonna wash them more frequently because yeah, they're socks. Yeah, I really like this. Yeah, this pair I knitted up in 2 days. Socks like this I could make like presents. I'm thinking about that. Maybe like for every month I could make a pair of socks and to put in my sock stash. And not for like my wearing, but if I want to grab it as a gift for somebody. Yeah, super quick, super nice. The next finished thing is more like an experimental thing because of the skiing. I wanted to try different headwear, different kinds of headwear that I could wear during the skiing, so my ears and face don't freeze when it's colder. So I made a skiing mask in this gray wool. This wool is from Lithuania. Pure wool. Made this with 3.0mm needles, 1x1 ribbing. Started at the bottom with the Italian cast on and continued to the top, made this opening for the face and knitted it up even more and started with decreases and decreased at the top. And to make the upper part of the opening here more secure, I went after with the crochet hook and crocheted around the opening, so it's more tighter or not that flimsy. Okay, I can try this on. It looks like this. You can open it to be able to speak or to snack on something. Yeah, no, as I said, it's more like an experimental. I'm yet to try it when I ski. Maybe it looks funny. It reminds me of like a knight with a helmet, a knight's helmet. But yeah, it's more about the practicality, not about how it looks as you get older. Yeah, so yeah, that is another finished object. And the last thing that the last thing that I have here is another beanie in this coral color, or I would describe it as a neon red. Yeah, because neon pink is a little bit different, but I think it's like a different neon red. It's made in merino. I have second ball here. It's a baby. This is called Lanagato Baby Soft Merino. and there are 50 grams per 175 meters, if I'm right. Yeah, 170 meters. This is, yeah, this is described as extra fine merino wool. It has no superwash around it. That's good, because sometimes I don't like it. Yeah, it's 2x2 ribbed with an Italian cast on, made with 3.5 millimeter needles, and yeah, it's pretty it's not that it's very stretchy, yeah, as you can see, and maybe, so let's see how it looks on. Yeah, fine. This I chose to make because for the skiing I bought new equipment for so I won't get cold when I move, but I will be able to move. I got the jacket in the same color, like bright neon red, or pink or raspberry pink. So I made this to match it. Yeah, I just washed it yesterday, so today when I go skiing I can wear this. And two things I have finished, but I no longer have it with them, are gifted away. One of them is a balloon cardigan that I made for my friend in a green color. It's I would describe it as an oak leaf green color. It came out very beautiful, and I used a laser super lana midi yarn and made them with the 5.5 millimeter needles for the main body and 5 millimeter needles for the arms and the bubble sleeves. Yeah, for the sleeves. And when I finished the jacket, I had one ball left over, and so I decided to make an additional hat as a surprise. So at the end she has a cardigan and a hat. Yeah, matching hat and cardigan. Yeah, that is what I have finished this month. Now I will share some of my whips. The first thing that I have, the first thing that I have still on my needles is this sweater dress. I shared it already in the last podcast. I have started it then. That I'm making this oversized sweater dress with a drops shoulder construction. And the last time I was around where I just joined the arm and the back and started to work in the round, I had this much knitted up. Yeah, I'm working on this during when I want something simple to make. Just stocking it around. The yarn I'm using is this total 2 balls, but this acrylic and wool blend with the 3D bits. And from the second ball it looks like already like that. It's almost over. I will continue on the body until this ball ends, and then I will make arms and a neckband and continue with the rest of the ball on the body again for the length. So we'll find out how long actually the dress will be. I'm still thinking about how I will make the arms for this, because the armhole is almost as long as almost as wide as my top arm, from my shoulder to my elbow, almost that wide. So I'm thinking how I will make the decreases for the arms, how rapidly I should make the decreases, or leave it more free on the cuff. I'm still deciding how I will make it. But for the neck, I think I will make a double folded neckband. Yeah, so to like narrow the opening for the neck, because it looks pretty large against me. Yeah, that is one thing. Oh, don't drop the stitch. And last thing that is an active whip is a new cast on, and it is a sweater. Beautiful. This is the back. Different kinds of cables. Yeah. This pattern is by My Favorite Things Knitwear, sweater number 20. At the start I thought it would be harder, but pretty fast I could understand the rate that cables are made and on what direction they're made. Yeah, so I just have to go on with it. The yarn I'm using is Drops Nepal in the color 0206. That's in the purchase from last year. And I'm using needles 5.5 as pattern suggests. I'm making the medium size. Unfortunately, the pattern has only 3 sizes. Yeah, but I can imagine that to make it even more size inclusive, it could be very hard, because for every size there are 7 different diagrams. When I saw this pattern's picture, I fell in love and I had to purchase, and now I'm making it. So I'm very excited to see how it turns out, how will it fit me, and hopefully I won't be too sick from making cables after that. We'll see. Yeah, that was my last active whip, and let's continue with the acquisitions. This month there are not so many. Hooray! Responsible purchases. Yeah. I have 3 acquisitions, but I have 2 of them already knitted up. One of them was for this hat, for the weekend hat. 1 yarn ball of Alize Lana Gold in this beige color. The other purchase was for this hat. Yeah, it was 2 balls of Lana Gatto Baby Soft, and this, yeah, 2 balls of this, and the last acquisition is 4 balls of this kind of yarn. I haven't seen it anywhere before, and so I wanted to try it. It's a Madame Tricot Paris Merino Gold. It's a Turkish wool, half acrylic, half wool. Well, half acrylic, half wool. And for 100 grams there are 400 meters. Though it says that you can knit it with 4 to 4.5 millimeter needles, I don't think that's right. No, maybe if I make a swatch, I think it's better to knit with this the 3 or 3.5 millimeter needles. The needles suggest, the needle tension suggests 4 and 4.5, but the gauge swatch says there are 37 stitches per 33. No, it doesn't seem somehow right, but I like the color, I like the feel of this. Yeah, and I have 4 balls of this, so enough for a sweater or a cardigan. I'm thinking about a cardigan because basic gray cardigan is I think it's a must for me. And let's see how when I get to make it. Yeah, because I have piles and piles of plans, piles of with yarn that I have to knit up before. Maybe you can share how you manage your knits to not to have too many at the same time, to not to get bored with the project. What do you do for that? Let me know. Sometimes I manage to knit monogamously on one thing, or have another little side knit on during the main knit, the big knit. But for example, at this moment, I think I have many whips, and some of them I had that are not active for this month. I can say that I got bored with them, and I don't see the reason to continue on them. And yeah, either I don't somehow think the fit will be right, or I don't like the feel of the yarn. I think something changes, or I get overwhelmed from the same knit. I don't understand how it works actually. Maybe you can share how you manage your knits. Yeah. And this is actually it for this month. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you want to see what I'm up for next month.